Under the harsh glare of fluorescent lights, an interrogation room awaits, promising no comfort. Detective Harris leans forward, his gaze fixed intently on Alex. Alex, etched with weariness, sits silently across from them, a storm brewing beneath his calm. A chilling confession shatters the tense silence. I killed her. In the stark interrogation room, detectives exchange puzzled glances, a silent acknowledgement of the unsettling calm emanating from Alex. Alex sits, almost serenely, as he vividly recounts the details of Dana and the crime scene. He chillingly describes the seedy motel room on Route 16, painting a grim picture with unnerving accuracy. The floral-patterned curtains, the lonesome train whistle, at precisely 11:17 p.m. Each detail sharpens the detective's unease. He recounts the nylon rope, the method of strangulation, with a composure that sends shivers down the detective's spines. Detective Miller, visibly unnerved, feels a bead of sweat trickle down his temple, the weight of Alex's words heavy in the air. A pall hangs over the Route 16 motel as detectives survey the area, their expressions reflecting grim realization. The scene aligns perfectly with Alex's unsettling account, yet a twist emerges. Dana is alive. Harris dismisses Alex as nothing more than a fantasist, his disbelief palpable. Ruiz is visibly shaken, a knot forming in his brow as he grapples with the conflicting information. The weight of the unknown settles heavily among the detectives, casting long shadows across the motel. The once clear narrative shatters, leaving behind a maze of uncertainty and doubt. Under the stark glare of fluorescent lights, Alex sits alone in the interrogation room, his weariness palpable. The silence of the room amplifies Alex's inner turmoil, the faint hum of the lights adding to the tension. Shadows dance across Alex's face, revealing a man haunted by unseen forces. A moment of quiet resignation washes over Alex as he whispers, "It has to happen. It always happens." The weight of inevitability settles upon him, the harsh reality of his fate closing in. 3 weeks later, the motel is encircled by crime scene tape, a grim testament to the horror within. Detectives flood the area, their flashlights piercing the darkness, illuminating a scene of death. Donna lies still, a victim of strangulation, her life extinguished exactly as Alex foretold. Harris seethes with fury, his face a storm cloud of rage and frustration. Ruiz is visibly shaken, his eyes wide with disbelief, grappling with the shocking reality. In the stark interrogation room, Alex calmly presents his alibi, his tone measured and face composed. He meticulously details security footage, receipts, and witness testimonies, building a wall of defense. Harris leans forward, his eyes glinting with doubt, unconvinced by Alex's elaborate story. Ruiz watches Alex intently, a flicker of doubt crossing her face as she evaluates his every word. Harris remains certain. Alex orchestrated the alibi, but Ruiz hesitates, her uncertainty growing as she listens to Alex's seemingly airtight defense. Ruiz isn't so sure. Detective Ruiz sits alone in his dimly lit office, his figure shrouded in shadow, as he stares intently at Alex's file. The glow of the desk lamp casts long shadows as Ruiz flips through the pages, searching for a glimmer of truth. His eyes dart across the records of minor offenses and insignificant jobs, seeking an explanation for the inexplicable. A sense of growing frustration fills the room as Ruiz continues his relentless pursuit of the elusive truth. In the dimly lit bar, Alex sits alone, the noise around him a stark reminder of his inner chaos. Visions of future crimes assault him, a horrifying montage playing behind his eyes. Driven by a desperate need to record what he sees, Alex grabs a worn notebook, ready to write. Sweat beads on his brow as he furiously scribbles, battling to contain the overwhelming visions. In the sterile interrogation room, the air vibrates with unspoken accusations as Alex confronts the detective. Alex begins to speak, his voice devoid of emotion, as he recounts the chilling details of a double homicide. His confession paints a grim picture: a riverside apartment, a blue lamp knocked over, casting long shadows. The scene flashes before our eyes. A blue lamp lies on its side, casting long shadows across the floor. In the dead of night, a dog's bark pierces the silence at exactly 2:14 a.m., a haunting detail in Alex's narrative. The detective leans forward, absorbing every word, as Alex's chilling confession fills the sterile room. Days later, the Riverside apartment stands silent, mirroring a past confession. Detectives stand outside the apartment, the air thick with unspoken truths. The blue lamp lies shattered on the floor, its light extinguished. The shattered lamp echoes the broken promises and shattered lives within. A dog barks in the distance, its mournful cry a haunting reminder of what was lost. The scene is a tableau of tragedy, a silent testament to the darkness that dwells within. In Alex's ransacked apartment, Ruiz's flashlight cuts through the chaos, revealing a scene of utter disarray. The beam settles on a desk, buried under a mountain of notebooks filled with chilling details. Ruiz lifts a notebook, its pages a macabre tapestry of crime scenes, methods, and alibis. He flips through the pages, revealing horrific crimes already committed, ripped straight from the headlines. Ruiz freezes, a wave of horror washing over him as he uncovers plans for crimes yet to unfold. A chill courses through Ruiz's veins, a dark blend of terror and morbid fascination seizing his senses. Amidst the city's relentless pulse, a grieving family member erupts in fury, their grief morphing into a storm of accusations directed at Alex. The family member storms toward Alex, their face contorted with rage. Accusations rain down as they scream, their voice cutting through the city's din. Alex stands frozen, a statue amidst the chaos, his face a mask of fear and resignation. The world seems to blur around Alex as the family member's rage washes over him. His eyes reflect a complex blend of fear and resignation, a silent acceptance of the storm. In the starkly lit police station, Detective Harris faces D.A. Miller across a desk buried in paperwork. Harris's voice rises. "I'm telling you, D.A., this goes deeper than a simple robbery. We need to bring conspiracy charges." Miller retorts. "Detective, we've been over this. The alibis are airtight." Miller emphasizes. "We can't just conjure up conspiracy charges without evidence." Harris counters, his frustration mounting. "Evidence? They planned this for months. They all benefited. What more do you want?" Miller firmly states, "I want something I can present to a judge. Until then, we proceed with the charges we have." Amidst the cold expanse of the subway platform, Alex stands alone, swallowed by a throng of anonymous faces. The air buzzes with the weight of an unseen threat, as Alex grapples with the knowledge of an impending act of violence. Helpless in the face of fate, he remains unable to discern where the impending violence will occur. Unseen eyes watch from above, as surveillance cameras track his every move with cold indifference. Inside the dimly lit subway car, shadows dance under flickering fluorescent lights. Unseen eyes watch from a distant platform, where a violent act unfolds. Detectives watch the surveillance footage, their expressions a mix of unease and dawning realization. A chilling truth emerges from the chaos. Alex is a conduit, not a perpetrator. The subway car becomes a vessel of unseen forces, as the detectives recognize a terrifying connection. The room is shrouded in an oppressive darkness, the city lights struggling to penetrate the gloom. Alex is a prisoner of his own mind, tormented by visions that threaten to consume him. "I believe I am cursed," he thinks, desperately trying to shut out the horrifying images. The visions intensify, swirling around him like a vortex, threatening to drag him under. His sanity hangs by a thread, each vision a painful reminder of the violence he fears he will commit. Alex succumbs to the darkness, his mind a battleground for horrors yet to come. In the stark interrogation room, Alex remains composed, recounting chilling details. He calmly details the layout of Ruiz's apartment, each word precise and cold. The scene shifts to the blood-stained kitchen tiles, a gruesome image painted with words. A coffee mug left in the sink, a mundane detail that amplifies the horror. Alex's emotionless delivery intensifies the unsettling nature of the confession. The interrogation room holds its breath, each word hanging heavy in the air. In the confines of his office, Harris's resolve hardens as he slams a file onto the desk, his face a study in grim determination. The file lands with a resounding thud, marking Harris's conviction that Alex is the mastermind behind everything. Across from him, Ruiz squirms uncomfortably, sweat glistening on his brow as fear takes hold. Ruiz's terror mounts, the question of his fate hanging heavy in the tense air. In the stark interrogation room, Alex sits isolated, his unease palpable. The silence amplifies the weight of his confession. Alex struggles with unspoken horrors, the tension building to a breaking point. Driven by mounting dread, Alex blurts out, "I confess because if I keep it inside, it happens faster." His confession hangs in the air, heavy with dread and desperation. In the dim motel room, Ruiz is sitting on the edge of the bed, his eyes darting around, haunted by fear. Flickering neon light casts eerie shadows across the peeling wallpaper, amplifying Ruiz's growing paranoia. Ruiz seeks refuge in the anonymity of cheap motels, trying to escape the unseen eyes that haunt him. Every creak and distant siren sends a jolt of paranoia through Ruiz, feeding his sense of being watched. He glances towards the window, a sliver of moonlight barely piercing the darkness, offering no solace. Ruiz is gripped by the unshakable feeling that unseen eyes are watching his every move. In the dim light of his office, Harris sits buried behind a mountain of files, shadows accentuating his weary features. Each file details Alex's life, a puzzle Harris obsessively tries to solve. His bloodshot eyes reflect exhaustion, and his thinning hair betrays the stress of relentless pursuit. Driven by an insatiable need for answers, he mutters to himself, lost in the labyrinth of Alex's actions. The weight of the unsolved mystery presses down on him, each file a testament to his growing frustration. He is determined to find a logical explanation, even as the pieces refuse to fit. Under the stark fluorescent glare, Alex sits, an unnerving calm masking his features. He inhales deeply, a subtle preparation for the words about to spill forth. His resolve hardens, the air thickening with unspoken tension. He breaks the silence, a chilling resolve echoing in his voice. "I want to confess again." The interrogation room seems to shrink, the weight of his confession pressing down. In the stark interrogation room, Alex leans forward, voice barely a whisper as he unveils the grim details of another crime. The detectives listen intently, their faces etched with growing horror at the unspeakable acts described. Detective One's eyes widen, a silent scream trapped behind his composed facade as the reality of Alex's words sink in. The weight of the revelations crushes Detective 2, his features twisting in a grimace of disbelief and disgust. The air thickens with dread as Alex continues, each whispered word painting a more horrifying picture than the last. The detectives' faces, mirrors of the audience's darkest fears, reflect the true horror of Alex's confessions. In the cold interrogation room, Alex sees nothing but himself. Alex's reflection in the mirror, a silent echo of the torment within. Alex feels the weight of his fate, trapped in an endless loop of confession and regret. Alex realizes he's a perpetual confessor, bound by chains of his own making, with no escape. Under the cloak of night, city streets become stages for recurring tragedies, each echoing Alex's haunting confessions. The grim cycle of crime persists, an unbroken chain of despair weaving through the urban landscape. Each crime scene mirrors Alex's dark admissions, a reflection of his inner turmoil splashed across the city's canvas. The truth remains elusive, a phantom obscured by layers of deception, its destructive power as potent as any lie. In the heart of the city, the cycle continues, destined to repeat, as Alex's confessions manifest in an endless loop of crime and regret.